The chase is over. It's all done. I can't believe it. I said this on Friday in our Slack channel as we all were finding out that, yes, indeed, the triple Logoman had been pulled. Part of me is relieved, honestly. It's over. Like, we can move on with our lives. We can this chase that has been sort of this. I don't want to say it's like a dark cloud over the industry, but certainly it has been like the thing we've been talking about for months and months and months. And if it was going into the National, we were still talking about it. It would still just get to the point where it's like, somebody just pulled this thing already. It has finally been pulled.
And I get what you're saying. It's one of those things where, like, you get a lot of people speculating and talking about, well, is it even in the product? Does, like, conspiracy theories, does Panini know where it's at? Or is Panini putting it over there? Panini holding it back? Panini give it to a distributor? Panini give it to a breaker? Whatever. Like, they just basically are all in collusion together to make sure it doesn't come out until, like, literally the last case. This debunks all those theories. This was in a box. It was in a random case. It was pulled by breakers who, you know, they open up a lot of product. I'm going to give them, hey, you know, the more flawless that you open, the chances of you pulling the triple Logoman go up. I get it. Yeah, you know, we tried. We tried to pull it. We gave it the old college try. We opened up enough flawless to put our hat in the ring, and it didn't happen, but good for them. Good for I think it was a Whatnot promo as well going on. So I think the breaker got a yellow Lambo, which is cool. You can drive that to AC. Show that off in Atlantic City for the National.
Oh, we're definitely seeing the yellow Lambo at the National,
I think if you're setting up and you were the breaker to pull the Logoman and you got the Whatnot yellow Lambo,
it's gonna be
you
front and center.
That needs to be your booth, right?
Yes.
Like, you need to basically
100%.
set up your break booth inside the yellow Lambo and do breaks from inside of the Lambo.
Yeah.
Lambo breaks.
What's more backyard than the back of a Lambo?
Hey, man, I mean, we are doing something similar at the National, but we're bringing out a 1973 Pinto. So we're going to be breaking out of a Pinto.
Hey, you know what? Harder to come by that than the Lambo, I got to say. You know?
Really?
Maybe a little more expensive.
Maybe because they're just none of them around running.
Exactly.
Those were pretty dangerous cars.
Are those the ones where if someone crashed into you, it'll literally explode?
Yes, I think that is actually what they were known for.
So yeah, we'll be bringing that to the National. Hopefully not a massive fire hazard, but
I'm actually driving it. I'm
cross country.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably breakdown.
Yeah, no.
You'll probably get to, like, Nevada, dude.
Dude, I'll probably get to Sacramento.
So the triple has been pulled, as we mentioned. Yes. A breakers that I think it's fair to say sort of have become infamous in this world. Backyard Breaks pulled the triple Logoman on Whatnot. There was a big. I mean, this was supposed to be. I know, Dan, you mentioned it that you can't say anything, and yet people are gonna say stuff that this is rigged and all that, because of course they are, because it happened on the week where they announced the Lamborghini giveaway and all that. So, but I think yeah, let's all put that aside. They pulled it. It's over. The chase is ended. The thing I've noticed, and I just think it's so funny how everybody comes out of the woodwork when something like this happens. The amount of people that I saw on social media saying, ugly card anyway. It's not even a good-looking card. Like, would you have said that if anybody else broke it?
Somebody
would you be saying
actually
that?
said that there was too much focus on the patches.
Right.
Like, the Logoman. Triple logo. What do you want? What do you want him to do?
Right.
Where do you want it? 3 logos on a card this big. Where do you want the logos to be?
Yeah.
Back, front, and center, or back.
Back. Yeah, just put the card right here. Just leave a nice full bleed photo, and then just like throw the logo mans on the back.
To play devil's advocate, exquisite triple Logomans, you could argue, have a better looking design than the one that was in Flawless.
Yeah. Okay. So if you basically got it, you're like, this thing doesn't even deserve to be in my shoebox.
No,
let alone like.
I personally don't agree that it's ugly or anything like that. I think it looks fine to me, and I mean it looks good to me. Like like you said, there's not much you can do with 3 Logomans on a card that size, right? But I don't know, just salt.
I
Salt
prefer
Bae.
I prefer it being size regular size card as opposed to being something crazy where like it's a jumbo card and
yeah.
like
I would have hated that.
yeah. So say it's you know how Upper Deck did the pieces of court,
Yes.
like they weren't quite 8x10s, but they were
Yeah, and
bigger,
I
like-
recently saw the Jordan Logoman.
what
pulled.
if there's a triple logo man on that? Like I would prefer to have card size regular.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. Congrats to the owner. Another thing. I mean, we can put a hypothetical price tag on that card. I've heard people say $3 million. I've heard people say $5 million. I've heard people say $10 million.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm at the point where whatever it goes for, I'm not gonna be surprised. I really am not. Now it's because now the chase is over, yes, but now is going to be the interesting part of what ends up happening to this card, because I just cannot. We know that this is going to be split 3 ways from what I think we've seen.
Yeah.
so far.
What do you do? Let's say
What happens now?
let's say it's say it sells for $6 million, right? It goes to Golden. Golden sells for $6 million, whatever. If you had an opportunity to roll the dice and be like, I want the whole card. Put me in a randomizer. Give me a 33% chance of taking the whole card. If I lose, I get 0. Does anybody you know, yourself included, do you take that chance?
No.
No.
I take my third and I
Because I think we were talking about this outside of the studio a couple days ago, and Sugar Shane basically was like, I'd take the chance on getting the whole thing. So you would forfeit $2 million for a chance to get $6 million.
Absolutely insane, unhinged mentality. Part of me almost respects it.
I think he just does it for reaction.
Of
right?
course,
yeah.
of course.
There's no way. I mean, he's got stones. I'll give him that. He did get a Mojobreak tattoo.
Yeah. No, I'm not going full Adam Sandler at the end of Uncut Gems. Just saying, you know what? Let's throw all this money on here. Who cares if I get shot in the head at the end of this movie?
What do you think, C-Rad? Does the thought even cross your mind, or you're just like, nah, I'm good?
Yeah, I'm not gambling on a card that amount. No.
Yeah, no, you can't. And I actually was trying to reiterate to Shane. I'm like, it's one thing if it was like a $5,000 card.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like one of your PC players, PC teams. You're like, oh, I want to, whatever. We'll run a random on it. But like $2 million for essentially
life-changing.
99.9% of the population is like life-changing money.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, no one's doing that. Yeah, but I'll be interested to see, because if this is eventually going to go and there's names where I feel like I think we're all thinking who's going to end up with this card as the sole owner at one point. I wouldn't be shocked to see Drake get back in the fold here. If we're talking about the types of guys who can throw around that kind of money, and we knew how hard he was going after this thing, would not be shocked to see him get back in this to be the sole owner of this card.
I think, and I have no. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think what he loved about that card was the chase.
Yeah, that's true.
More than the owning the actual card. Because if he really wanted to own the card, he would have never opened up any flawless.
True.
And would have been like, cool, like when it's pulled, I'll just make sure that whoever has it knows that I want it and I'll buy it. I think it was about the chase.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to be the person who was like, not only do I own it, but I was the one who pulled it.
Yeah. It's the thrill of the hunt for
Absolutely
for Drake.
Jersey.
Yeah, it's what a wild few months though. All things considered, to have it culminate with just let's throw out a Lamborghini as bait. When Flawless first came out, I don't think anybody could have even envisioned it coming to this, despite knowing that was in there.
Putting bounties on like product hits is nothing new. We've seen that, and we've seen. I remember in like 10 years ago, you would see a bounty on like Twitter for a card, and it would be like $5,000, and you'd be like, "Damn,
right.
Somebody's gonna put out $5,000 for that card. There's a bounty of $5,000 in that card. That's crazy." Now we're just like throwing around just $1 million bounties, $200,000 bounties. I mean, even for Zero Cool Jackass, which we have available at mojobreakshop.com, they are putting up a bounty for $10,000 for a 1-of-1 Johnny Knoxville auto.
Right.
Which, it's crazy. Like, now we're in the pop culture where like people are. I mean, it's almost at a point where like there's a bounty on like every product.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's pretty wild. That like I said, it all culminates with this.
I mean, I don't know how much a Lamborghini is. It's gotta be $150,000, $200,000 maybe.
Did not do my research on Lambo prices.
I mean, cars are tough to come by right now.
Cars
in general.
are tough to come by.
Like,
It's probably three or 400.
Three or 400.
Gotta be minimum. So
Commuter car.
yeah, you're
So it's my
$500,000 commuter
I'm
car.
driving about an hour and 15 minutes now, about 45 miles any given day. I think that's a perfect commuter car
That
for
drive
me.
would feel a lot shorter with a nice yellow
Absolutely.
Lamborghini.
And I think with the price of gas right now, it's kind of a no-brainer.
kind of a no-brainer. I can't imagine the gas mileage on the yellow Lambo all that great. But I guess the other thing is, you mentioned it. Like, there have been bounties before. We have seen this before in some form, but like, and also there's an incredible amount of attention that even compared to what we've seen the last few years, that from the outside world, that the hobby got because of this. Can that in a way, I think the one good thing, if this kept going towards the National, the amount of eyeballs I think on the National, they're already going to be a lot. But I think there would have been a lot more attention than we're used to. If
there would have
been
no more Flawless left over.
True.
After the National.
Oh, 100%.
Because if that card was still available, everybody who was holding their Flawless would have brought their Flawless to the National and would have sold it there or ripped it there. Because there would have been people running around going, I'm paying whatever. I mean, those cases, if it got to the National without that card being pulled, those could have been six-figure cases for a current product.
Jeez.
So there could have been people flipping cases at six figures for a chance to hit this triple Logoman. So for our sanity, thank you.
Yes.
For not pulling it or pulling it and not making everybody go absolutely crazy at the Atlantic City National.
Yeah.
I think now we can just relax and chill out
and enjoy beautiful Atlantic City.
I'm gonna see if I could take that yellow Lambo for a spin. What do you think? What do you think the chances are if I'm like,
you know what? They probably would just let you do it.
Let me do it. Yeah. I like it.
Knowing those kids, they'll just be like, sure, just bring it back. Bring it back in one piece.
I'm like, I will trade you a Mojobreak Atlantic City National T-shirt. And maybe a hat and tote bag.
Design coming soon.
For a little around the little what is that, like the boardwalk? Is that I can't drive it on the boardwalk.
Twirl around the boardwalk. Maybe take it upstate a little bit. You know.
Oh yeah, like throw it into I don't know.
Take it up to PA. Take it to Philly.
I don't know what highways are around there, so I'm just like I know there's a lot of toll booths, and they're like ridiculous. They're like 85 cents.
Do some. This is gonna be my second Wawa reference in like 3 weeks, but do some donuts inside of a Wawa maybe.
Don't try to go to Philadelphia and get gas.
How close to Connecticut are you gonna be?
You
pretty
thinking
far, I
you
think.
thinking New Haven?
Yeah,
Thinking about going to the pizza capital of the world?
exactly.
Well, yeah,
That's
I think
where we're going.
That's all right. Well, fair enough. You can see if you can take the Lambo up to New Haven and back. We'll see what we could do. But yeah,
Is it frowned upon to eat pizza and drive a Lambo at the same
God, I
time?
think so.
Not when the pizza's that good.
I know.
That's true. That is true.
That is true. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, right around the corner.
Yeah. The temperature will be a lot lower for the National now. It'll be a much more chill atmosphere than – I mean, here's the thing. It was going to be a crazy atmosphere because it's going to be really – I mean, last year the National, a lot of people were back, but this year it kind of feels like even more so like everybody's back in. Everybody's back at stuff.
The only issue is that the destination is not the easiest place to get to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you're in New York, if you're on the East Coast already, PA, stuff like that, yeah, easier. But if you're like us on the West Coast, there is very few places in the States that are harder to get to for us than Atlantic City.
Yeah, 100%.
So
it'll be interesting to
but
see
it'll
if there's any effect.
The show will be great.
Yeah.
There'll be a tons of people there. It'll be, high hopes and a bunch of good vibes, hopefully. So, yeah.
And there won't be about 500 different breakers all opening flawless basketball at the same exact time.
They may still, who knows? Isn't there a triple logo man of the Warriors triple logo man? So it'll only be Mojobreak constantly breaking flawless, looking for the triple logo man of. Was it Dre? Is it
Clay and stuff.
Dre, Clay, and stuff?
If you're gonna buy the dip on Flawless, we've still got some. Maybe I think I don't know.
We got some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with it. So.
We didn't buy it at the dip.
No,
we bought it at like the absolute mountaintop.
So make sure to check out Mojobreak.com.
I think we actually bought it on the moon.
Yes, I
think we actually bought. We flew to the moon.
We went to the moon.
We bought Flawless. And then now we're back. We're going back down.
So make sure to go to Mojobreak.com. Maybe if the Warriors win the championship, we see a nice little bump up one more time for flawless basketball.